As questions continue after the Peoples Cartage warehouse fire, more people want answers about what's in the smoke and debris and what that could mean for the area. Our Gavin joins us live in the studio after speaking with a nationally known independent tester who's worked major chemical disasters across the country. Gavin.
Yeah, thanks, Phyllis. As questions linger about a week after the fire, Scott Smith is now weighing in. Smith is the founder and president of the nonprofit Blue Shirt Justice League, and he's worked across the country helping communities impacted by chemical disasters. He shared his thoughts on what he's seeing here and what it could mean for the area. Just over a week after the Peoples Cartage warehouse fire, people who live nearby say that they still have questions and very few answers. Now, an independent tester is stepping in to help. Scott Smith is the founder and president of the nonprofit Blue Shirt Justice League. He started the group to support chemically impacted communities like East Palestine, Ohio, and Conyers, Georgia, drawing on experience from more than 70 environmental contamination disasters, including his own in 2006. Smith says that his early findings are concerning. He believes the smoke plume rose about 10,000 feet into the air and that the impact zone could reach as far as 35 miles from ground zero.
When you see these symptoms and these patterns, there's East Palestine, there's Conyers, Georgia, and Roseland, Louisiana, Moss Landing. There's commonalities in all these. And of all these disasters with plumes and fires and explosions, I've never seen one 35 miles out where you can literally see the soot and the ash and the after effects. So we don't know how far this plume has gone at this point, and we're being flooded with calls for testing.
Smith says he's confident soot and ash reached at least 35 miles, but says it's too early to know how far it may have traveled until more testing is done. This is Smith's first trip to the area for sampling, but he says it won't be his last.
Yeah, it's about the fingerprint, and what my focus in this initial trip was a fingerprint, and this is just like any other crime scene, is that we want a fingerprint in the mixtures of chemicals. I have an expression: you can't find what you don't look for. That's why we're testing for the products of incomplete combustion. The concerning thing here is it's a plastics recycling plant, among other things. And when you have chlorine plastics like polyvinyl chloride or vinyl chloride, and that burns, you create dioxins, you create semi-volatile organic compounds, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, and these mixtures have now bombarded the community.
Smith says results from this initial round of testing should take 3 to 4 weeks. He also plans to return for a second trip. He's working with the West Virginia Rivers Coalition to collect as much information as possible and give it to the public. And like I mentioned, results from this initial testing are expected in 3 to 4 weeks. Once Smith gets those results back, he plans to return back to Parkersburg and hold a public town hall. That meeting will be a Q&A, so residents can hear the findings and ask what questions that they want to know. Back to you, Phyllis.
Gavin reporting live from the studio. Gavin, thank you for that report.